Hey yogis, are you sitting all day and maybe suffering with lower back pain, knees, hips and core pain? That could be because you're not working on these big muscles called gluteus maximus or your buttocks. So today we're gonna remedy this. So all you're gonna need is the block and your mat, and by the end of it you might even end up with a firmer bottom. So what's not to like about this? So when you're ready, join me on the mat. So let's start using our block straight away. So come in the long side of your mat, keep the knees bent, and then lower yourself on your back. Place your block between your thighs, and you're gonna squeeze your block as much as you can. Make sure you can scrape the heels of your feet with your fingers. Keep the feet and knees in line with your hips, arms alongside the body, palms of the hands facing down. On your next in-breath, tuck the tailbone under, push with the feet and the shoulders and the arms, lift the hips off the mat to come into bridge. And stay there for 2 long deep breaths. Breathing in and out through the nose, into the belly. And then lower back down. And again, breathe in, squeeze the block, tuck the tailbone under, lift the hips. 2 nice long deep breaths. Keep squeezing. And then lower down. We're gonna do it again. Breathe in, tuck the tailbone under, push the feet, lift the hips. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your block. Feel your glutes working already, and then release down. So now we're gonna do it a little bit more fast. So breathe in, tuck the tailbone under, lift the hips, and lower down. So moving with your breath. As you breathe in, push the feet and lift. And as you breathe out, lower down. And again, breathe in, lift. Lower down. 2 more times. Last one. And then release down. Remove the blocks from your legs, roll onto one side, and then we're gonna come straight into tabletop. So shoulders above the wrist, hips above the knees. Make sure you're spreading the fingers apart. And then keeping the right knee bent, lift the right leg, making sure the sole of the right foot is facing the ceiling. And now let's do some pulses. So just gently lift the legs up and down. Make sure you keep pushing with both hands against the mat, looking straight between both hands. Let's do 1 more long deep breath. And then stop moving your legs. Now you're gonna lower the right knee, but keep it off the mat. And now open the legs to the side into fire hydrant. And then lower down. I'm gonna do 5 this way. And then come back into tabletop. So we're gonna go straight onto the other side, keeping the shoulders above the wrist, hips above the knees. This time bend the left knee, lift the left leg. Push with both hands, and now just do some pulses with the left leg. Keep breathing. Feel your left glutes working hard. One more long deep breath. And then stop moving your leg. Lower the left leg, but keep the left knee hovering hovering off the floor. And now open the left knee to the side and lower down. And again, lift it as high as you can. Moving with your breath. And then come back into tabletop. So from here, you're going to again lift the right leg up, keeping the right knee bent. You're going to lift the right leg up, higher, lower the right knee, open to the side. Lower down and lift again. So we're combining both poses. And one more. And then come back to through center. The same on the other side. Lift the left leg up. Lift the left leg even higher. Lower the left knee. Open to the side. Lower down. And lift toward the ceiling. And again, going from one pose to the other. Make sure the elbows are locked. You're pushing with both hands and really feeling your glutes starting to burn, hopefully. One last time. And then lower both knees on the mat. Now you're going to come straight into yogi squat, so come on your feet. Lower your sit bones between your heels, bring your hands in namaste. So the toes are pointing towards the corner of your mat or the room. And now you're going to lift the bottom, extend the arms to the side, bring the chest parallel to the floor, and then lower down, come back into your yogi squat. And again, as you breathe in, lift the bottom, bring the chest parallel to the floor, arm parallels to the floor, open, and lower down. Let's do 3 more. Last one. Oh, well done. Release the hands on the mat and then lift the sit bone as high as you can. Bring the feet parallel to each other. Grab hold of opposite elbows coming into your ragdoll. So really let gravity pull you down. Bend the knees as much as you want to. Feel the stretch in the back of your legs. Now release the hands on the mat. You're going to place the palm of the right hand underneath the right foot and the left hand underneath the left foot. And then lift the sit bone even higher to really deepen the stretch in the back of your legs. Keeping a micro bend in your knees. Bring the belly closer to your thighs. And then release the hands from underneath the feet. Keep the knees bent and now very gently, slowly roll into standing, sorry. Then come and stand at the front of your mat in your mountain pose. Feet and knees in line with your hips. As you breathe in, extend the arms up, bend the knees, coming to your chair pose. So really make sure you can see your toes, tuck the tailbone under, bring the arms alongside your ears. Hold it. See if you can lower the sit bones even closer to the mat. And now if you can lift the heels off the mat. So find a drishti or focus point. Hold it there. And then release the heels on the mat. Step the left foot back, coming into your high lunge, straight away. From there, lower the left knee on the mat, and then come back into high lunge. And again, lower and lift, lower and lift. One last time. Nice job. Now start stepping the left foot forward as you bring the chest parallel to the floor and down. Extend the arms forward, coming into your warrior 3. Make sure your left leg is in line with your left hip. You're looking straight down. Nice job. Hold it there. One more long deep breath. And then release the hands on the mat. Lift the left leg as high as you can to coming into a standing split. And then release the left foot on the mat. Bring both hands flat on the mat. Bring the right foot back into your plank. Now place the left hand in the center, right underneath your nose. Roll onto the left side, coming into a side plank. Extend the right arm up. You can stack the feet or keep them in front of each other. If you stack them, maybe you can lift the right leg up. Nice. And then lower the right leg. Come back into your plank. You can take a Vinyasa flow if you want, otherwise you can push it straight back into downward dog. It's entirely up to you. And then step to the front of your mat. Halfway left. Hands on the mat, bend the knees, roll all the way up. Bring the arms above your head, palms to touch, lower the palms in front of your heart in Namaste. Extend the arms up, bend the knees, come back into your chair pose. Again, make sure the tailbone is tucked under. You can just see your toes. Extend the arms. And if you want, you can lift the heels off the mat. And breathe. Balancing pose. Legs working hard. Let's do one more long deep breath. And then release the heels on the mat. Now you're going to step the right foot all the way back to come into a high lunge. With your front knee on top of your ankle. Now bend the right knee, lower and touch the mat, and then lift back up. And again, touch and back up. One more time. 2 more times. Nice job. Come back into your high lunge. From there, start stepping the right foot forward, come into your warrior 3. Bringing the chest parallel to the floor, lift the right leg up. Find your drishti, looking straight at the mat. So straight at the floor. Keep focusing. Well done. Release the hands on the mat. Now lift the right leg up. Coming to your standing split. Bring the belly as close to the left thigh as you can. Nice. Now very gently start stepping the right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Flatten the hands on the mat. Step the left foot back into your plank. Move the right hand underneath your nose, roll onto the right side into your side plank. Lift the left arm up. So you can keep the feet in front of each other or stack them up. You can also really challenge yourself and lift the left leg up. Working all these muscles. Keep breathing. Nice job. Release the left foot back. Come back into a plank. Now if you want, you can do a Vinyasa flow or you can just push straight back into downward dog. It's entirely up to you. And when you're back in downward dog, just step to the front of your mat, keeping the feet hip distance apart. Come into halfway left. Hands on the mat, bend the knees. Roll all the way into standing. Bring the arms above your head, palms to touch. Lower the palms in front of your heart. And Namaste. Now step the right foot to the back of your mat, facing the long side of your mat. And you're going to bring the toes to point towards the corner of your mat. Bend the knees, lower your sit bones, and open into your goddess pose. And then you're going to do some gentle pulses again, lowering down, up and down, up and down. And then now stop moving. And you're going to open into your 5-pointed star and then lower down into your goddess pose. And again, 5-pointed star, goddess pose. Let's do again. Last one. Nice. Great job. Now you can move from side to side. Coming back to the center, you're gonna lower forward, come into a forward fold. Extend both legs, and then walk the hands forward, push the hips backward. And then come back to center, bring the hands right underneath your face, and now walk the hands over to the right, bending the right knee to come into a side lunge with the left toes pointing up. And now we're going to move to the other side. And again. And again. We love that pose, don't we? It's a bit challenging. We're going to do it one last time. Well done. And then let's bring the hands back through center, extend the legs, come into a forward fold. Bring the feet closer together, feet hip distance apart, bend the knees and then roll into standing. Nice job. Now bend the right knee, bring the right knee against the chest using both hands. And now, if you can, and only if you can, grab hold of the big toes with your index finger and middle finger of the right hand, and then extend the right leg forward into your hand to big toe pose. You can place the left hand on your hips. And then release. Release the right foot on the mat, shake your legs. Straight onto the other side. So bend the left knee, bring the left thigh against the chest, placing both hands on top of your left knee. And then if you can, if you want, grab hold of your left big toe with index finger and middle finger. Find your drishti. Place the right hand on the right hip and hold this pose. Again, feel your glutes engaged, the legs, all your lower body working hard. You're doing great. Well done. And then release. Again, shake your legs. And we're going to come straight into tabletop again. With shoulders above the wrist, hips above the knees. This time you're going to extend the right arm up and the left leg. And then bring the left knee and the right elbows to touch and extend. And again, one more time. Nice job. Now open the arms to the right and the left leg to the left. It's a great way to work your core as well. And then come back through center and come back into tabletop. So we're going to do the same on the other side. Extend the left arm and the right leg. And now bring the right knee and the left elbow to touch. Extend, and again. And now open the left arm to the left, right leg to the right. Feeling your right buttock burning by now. Nice. And then come back to center, come back into your tabletop. Keeping the knees, the hips above the knees, you're gonna gently bring the chest forward, lower into one movement. And then bring the arms alongside the body. On your next in-breath, lift the head, chest, and the arms. And last, the legs. Yes, the most important part of locust pose. The one where you really feel all of this working very hard. And release down. We're gonna do it again. On your next in-breath, lift the head, chest, arms, and the legs. Lift the legs as high as you can. And feel those muscles working so hard. And release down. Gonna do it one more time. Breathe in, lift the head, chest, arms, and the legs. We're gonna hold it a little bit longer this time. Let's do one more long deep breath. We're doing great. Yay! And release. Well done. Place the hands underneath the shoulder. Push back into all four. Come and sit on your heels. Drop the hips on one side. Swivel the feet forward. Place the hands behind you with the fingers pointing forward. Knees bent, feet hip distance apart. On your next in-breath, lift the hips, come into your reverse tabletop. Looking at the ceiling. And lower down. And again, lift and down. Lift and down. Two more times. Lift and down. Last one. We're gonna hold it this time. Breathe, squeeze your glutes. Think about the nice firm bottom you're gonna get after this practice. And release down, nice job. Now place the right ankle on top of the left knee, still the hands behind you. You can bring the left foot closer if you want, push the hands, lift the chest up and push the right knee away from you. So you should feel a really nice deep stretch in your right glute. And then you can move from side to side, massaging those muscles we've just used. And then come back for center. We're gonna swap side, right foot on the mat. So the left ankle on top of the right knee. Push the hands, lift the chest up, and push the left knee away from you. Enjoy that lovely stretch on the left side. And now if you want, move from side to side, massaging your glutes. Or your gluteus maximus. And then come back for center. Release the left foot. Keeping the knees bent, just roll onto your back. So for a little bit more stretch, you're gonna again place the right ankle on top of the left knee, thread the hands between the legs, hold on to the left thigh and push the left knee towards you. And then release, gonna go straight onto the other side. Maybe you can feel a difference from one side to the other. It's way possible. One more long deep breath. And then release. Release both feet on the mat. You're gonna keep the knees bent, open the arms into cactus. And then pushing with the feet, gently swivel the hips over to the right and then drop both knees over to the left. And if you want to take this pose further, you can place the left foot on top of the right knee. And also last, you can turn your head over to the right. And then bring your head back to center. Release the left foot if it was on top of the right knee. Bring the knees back to center. Bring the hips back to center. This time, push the feet, swivel the hips a little bit over to the left, drop both knees over to the right. And if you want, you can place the right foot on top of the left knee. And your last option is to turn your head over to the left. Nothing for you to do, just letting gravity pull you down. Let's take one more long deep breath. And then bring your head back through center. Release the right foot, bring the knees back up, place the hips back through center. Bring the knees into the chest and then come into your happy baby. So you can place the arms inside the legs, grab hold of the outside edges of your feet. If it's not possible, you can always leave the arms on the outside. And you can also, if you want, just find the happy baby you like. You can extend the legs. Whatever feels good for you after this practice. And when you're ready, bring the knees back into the chest, hug your knees, sway from side to side. And then come back through center, extend the legs on the mat, coming into your final pose, Shavasana. Just the final relaxation to allow your body to integrate this practice. So noticing the sensations, physical, but maybe also emotional. Really take the time to connect with your body. Completely relax. Feet are dropping to the side. Shoulder blades are tucked underneath. So I recommend you stay in Shavasana for as long as you can, or as long as you want. And only when you're ready, just roll onto one side, using your hands as a pillow. And when you're ready, just use your left arm or the right arm, whichever side you're on, to come back into seated position. of your choice. You can also keep your eyes closed, bring your hands in Namaste with the thumbs in front of your heart. Thank yourself for practicing today, for looking after your bottom, and I really hope you enjoyed this short Vinyasa class with me today, and I hope to see you again very soon. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. It's called Crystal Wellness Yoga, and I am Crystal. Namaste.